Son,
Peace, love.
I'm gonna keep it a band, bro. We here, and I'm already upset, bro, because the Knicks. I just watch Ricky, Steph Curry, Rubio while out, and I'm a bit upset, bro. So let's not take it there. If we talking anything Knicks, we gonna keep it brief. Feel me?
First off, right?
This shit crazy.
Peace, everybody, yo, for real. Welcome to Debatable, y'all.
That's a fact.
It's your boy, Calm Wolf. And you already know who I'm rocking with.
Big Shot B. Feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
All B Diddy.
Let's
Feel
talk
me? It don't
about
matter. It don't matter.
How you been, bro?
I've been alright, bro. Yo, I just be working, bro. So it's just, wake up, work, go to bed. Wake up, work, go to bed. See, if I wasn't here right now recording with you, I'll be getting ready to go to bed.
That grind,
like, you know what I'm saying? So, wash, rinse, repeat. But we here though. And let's jump right into it, bro.
Let's go.
Let's just jump right into it.
Let's go.
I'm upset, but I'm gonna keep it a band. Them Cleveland Cavaliers boys look alright. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was my first time watching them. And yeah, I know that Ricky Rubio now running around town giving out 37 points a game, but it seems like Bickerstaff got them boys in check.
2 3 threes in a quarter. Is a milestone for Ricky Rubio.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, he was just getting whatever he wanted. But I was really, because I really wanted to watch the Cleveland Cavaliers play because I wanted to see how that big lineup works.
Yeah.
Because I was intrigued
Jared
by that
Allen.
because they would throw Jared Allen, Mobley, and then Markkanen would be their three. But Markkanen wasn't playing. But I wanted to see how it worked. And no funny, they might be on to something, bro.
Amen.
They really might be on to something. And remember last season, I was telling what I was saying, bro. I told people, like, yo, Mobley give me Tim Duncan vibes. Not because I think he's gonna have Tim Duncan's career, but
I get you
like, Tim Duncan came in, he knew what to do.
That
like,
motor.
Yeah, he had the motor, everything. He was just a really good ball player. Like, Mobley coming in doing the same thing. Scoring points, rebounding.
Right.
He even passes the ball really well. Steals, blocks. Like, he's
Joe
all over the
Shockey
place.
some work, but that's fine.
Absolutely,
I
bro.
don't
But
need
you
you
think
for
that 3-point not gonna come? That 3-point,
Right.
he made a couple 3-pointers against the Knicks, and that shot is there. Walt Clyde Frazier was saying it, like, he's gonna get it. That kid he has a nice shot.
For the young kids, it's all about continue. You may not be doing everything at this point, but continue to work at your craft, man. And
That's a fact.
Follow
And that kid is like, he's the real deal. I'm like, yo, Cleveland got something. Like, Cleveland got something, and they play a different brand of basketball from everybody else because nobody wants to run two bigs no more. But they legitimately running two bigs, and it's even better to, like, actually see, like I was telling you before, how they run their zone. They run their 3-2 with Mobley in the middle, like Mobley at the top in the middle.
That's that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
And it's so hard to beat that because the kid is just mad lanky. And he has a nose for the ball. He has a nose to make the right defensive plays. So
Cleveland got a little defensive squad.
And him and Jared Allen, you gonna go in the paint with that? Like,
Brooklyn's still cringing over that shit.
Like, how do you go in the middle? Like, you don't go in the middle on that. Like, you don't go in the middle.
You really don't. As Julius Randle, he had him take us a couple tough shots.
Yeah, to have to take a couple tough shots, and also on top of that, like, he had to. Like, I'm not really used to Julius saying it, like, trying to bully his way into the basket. I'm used to him making, like, a quick decision, and if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. And then his premeditated. I'm gonna take a dribble in, then do the step back. But, like, those two motherfuckers had him like, bro, alright, like, let me try to see what I could do with these guys. I'm not gonna be scared to drive to the basket, but they making my life a little harder.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
lot, bro.
They making the only guy like I was telling you earlier, only Obi Toppin really made Mobley look small.
I would say now speaking of this we talk about the Cleveland Knicks game that just transpired Sunday night, and truthfully, bro, my takeaway from each team's Cleveland, like we were talking about, Cleveland is on the upside. Look out. They got nothing to lose, bro. You know what I mean?
That's also another thing. That's kind of like they could just play out the year because if they do good, great. If they do bad, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? But Bickerstaff obviously got them kids wanting to win the games.
I'm a bigger fan of Darius Garland than Colin.
Yeah.
I like him being at the 2. You feel me?
Yeah, it's because Garland can pass. Like, I mean, I just haven't seen Colin Sexton's playmaking ability. Like, I haven't seen it on full display. I know he can score.
Fact.
Yeah, I know the kid can score, and he can score efficiently too. Like, for a guy his size, I just haven't seen the playmaking ability. But Garland has the playmaking ability. He can make the pass. So that's the difference between them two, and that's why people in Cleveland like him more than Sexton.
Yeah.
You know, Garland doesn't have the dog like Sexton does, because Sexton plays with a kind of tenacity that Garland doesn't play with.
People said, I'm not gonna say people. No, I know where I was at. I was in the stool, and homie said he reminds me of like a young Westbrook, and I was like, wait, what? Huh? We was watching the Cleveland Lakers game, and as the game continued, he did some bonehead shit, and I'm like, nah, that's true. That's some shit Westbrook.
Like, you know, Sexton, like, he plays with a confidence in his game, and he should play like that because he's an efficient player.
Right.
Like, he knows how to play efficiently. He's not like Westbrook in terms of like an inefficiency, but they both have a dog in them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He has a dog in him, and that's why I think that that's why he's gonna end up getting a little bit of money after this season. But Garland, to me, is definitely, he has higher upside.
And for the Knicks, bro, I'm gonna let you take away with the Knicks. That's your squadron. My only issue with the Knicks, 2 issues.
Yeah, tell me I want to see what somebody that's not watching it through my lens sees, because I'm a Knicks fan, like, die hard. Like, I need a different opinion.
So, like, truthfully, they still have these pockets of inefficiency. Not only on defense, but defense, fine. As with young teams, you're gonna go through defensive lapses. It's fine, but offensively, they go through these pockets. They just can't score.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, what the fuck?
And you know what the problem is with this team for me so far, and I think that with time they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
They're just too reliant on the 3. I know you can shoot it, and I know you got plenty of people on this team that can shoot it.
Yes.
But bro, it's not falling. Like, RJ comes out with 6 points today, and he comes out with 6 points. But the problem is that he wanted to break his shooting slump so bad. Don't worry about that, kiddo. Don't worry about that. You know why? You know why you don't worry about your bread and butter outside of your shooting prowess is your strength. Get to the cup. Get to the cup. Even if it means you have to force a little look or something, but get to the cup.
Right.
You know, make it. You get there and figure it out. Break down the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. And at the same time, listen, even though Mobley and Allen are there, you can't be scared. You can't be scared. Rose wasn't scared. Toppin wasn't scared. You know, Randall wasn't scared. You can't play scared with these guys. Fournier wasn't scared. He was taking the ball to the cup. You can't be scared, because at the end of the day, Allen and Mobley, that's what they're there for. But that doesn't. If it meant you couldn't score on them, they wouldn't lose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you could obviously score on them.
Sometimes you continue to break it down.
Yeah.
Break it down. There's a
break it down. And then at the end of the day, there's a leak somewhere. And that's where I'm noticing that the Knicks, they're not breaking down defenses enough to find the leak, but the other team is doing that to them.
Right.
The other team is, we're going to run this screen. We're going to find this leak. We're going to find out where the problem is at, and we're going to exploit it. The Knicks are not doing that enough. And also, I think that I was watching the game, and it's kind of like you get the sense that they're scared to call their own number.
Facts.
Like, I see Kimba at times. He didn't play today, but Kimba at times is hesitant to call his own number.
Fournier, call your shit.
Fournier, before today, he was hesitant to call his own number.
Facts.
You know, and it's like, bro, if you come off a screen, right? Like, and this is with Kimba especially. If you come off a screen and the center drops back because he's playing your drive, Kimba, shoot that mid-range. Don't look for no damn 3. Don't pass up for a 3.
Take that
you are a mid-range savant. You are elite in the mid-range. Shoot the mid-range. Even though right now the Knicks are
still trying to figure it out.
Yes, of course. Because at the end of the day, like, this is another. I mean, he didn't play enough games with the Celtics to truly gel with them. So right now, this is the best team he's ever played for in terms of, like, overall talent. that he's actually going to be able to gel with. Because to me, because Kimba's going to be taken care of. He didn't play tonight because of it's a back-to-back. Tomorrow they play Philly. So he's not going to play tonight. That's okay. Good call. But so long as he stays healthy, this is going to be the best unit he's ever played for. You know what I'm saying? Sure. A bunch of people are going to be like, well, what do you think those Celtics are? But to me, the Celtics were they're just two players and everybody else.
What do you think the Celtics? Hold on, we're gonna get to the Celtics.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the Celtics. But the Celtics were just two guys and everybody else. The Knicks are Julius Randle and a whole bunch of guys who can actually get shit done for themselves. So you have to figure it out, and that's the only reason why they struggle to call their own numbers is because there's other talented dudes there.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. And it's the same thing with Randle. Randle struggles at the same time. Like whereas other people struggle to call their numbers, Randle sometimes struggles to not call his number. Like at the end of the day, the toughest thing for superstars is to know when not to play like one.
Right.
So
Randle,
they'll figure it out. For the defensive aspect. It's just that I need a little bit more tenacity. I need a little bit more grit. They're not playing with the same grit that they played last year. Because last year they hung their hats on defense.
Trusted each other.
Exactly. But they had to. Because that was the only way they were going to win the game that night. Is if they played defense.
Facts.
This year, they already have a couple wins and they dropped 120 points, 130 points in the third. So they kind of like, maybe we could just outscore. You can't outscore nobody.
I like how I smell.
But the thing is, like, the Knicks right now, and they'll figure it out, that they're talented, but they're not talented enough where they could say, yo, we can have an off night and still win the game.
Right.
No, you have to bring it. Like, even if it meant, like, your shots are not falling, but you got to play hard on defense. They're not playing hard on defense. You give up 126 points to the Cleveland Cavaliers. You're not playing enough on defense.
That's one of the reasons why, like, this is a personal opinion, y'all. That's one reason I don't like Tibbs personally. Like I love he gets the young cast defensively, all that. But when it comes to the offensive side, I don't see where he can like kind of help out anyone and put people in situations. That's why I've never been a big Tibbs coach.
It's okay, offense. Like I totally understand because I watched so far this year. I'm like this offense is still very vanilla.
Bro,
it's still very vanilla. It's just screen at the top of the key and then we figure it out. Either we screen at the top of the key, find the open three. We ISO Randle 15 feet away from the basket with a post up, and then for RJ we would just run the stagger screens. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. That's it. It's very vanilla. It's not complex. The only time it ever gets complex is when Derrick Rose is on the court. Because Derrick Rose just figures it out,
MVP.
And he still carries that shit. Like Derrick still plays like, bro, like I am that nigga.
You know
like,
my body. Stop.
Yeah,
playing.
You know my. That's exactly how he walks around. Like, bro, I might not jump high enough no more. I might not kill you with the speed like I used to, but you know who I am, like, and it's still very much true. Like, you know who I am, and that's the only time the offense really diversifies itself. And when Obi Toppin's on the floor, that's when we gain our forwards. Like Obi Toppin plays how I want Randle to play a little bit more often. Right. Instead of posting up 15 feet away from the basket, get that ball face up, look at your guy face to face, like Obi Toppin does, because Randle. You're probably quicker than the guy in front of you. And if you're not quicker than him, then you're probably stronger than him.
Facts.
So take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? But also I want to say that this is gonna come with more time gelling because at the end of the day,
Julius,
they gotta figure it out.
When you see this pod, I know you're gonna see this, bro. Listen, you need to call up my man Zebo. Call Zach Randolph. Next summer, or if you could get him on the training staff with the Knicks or some shit, bro, I'm telling you, if he could just learn how to just eat off that face up, bro, he's too quick.
I mean, he has it too because he could jab and he gets space off of it because he does the step back shit.
Right? Yeah,
he does it. He has that in his arsenal.
He do that shit, but I respect that you got it. Cool.
Nah, he can listen. I hate when he settles for them.
Yeah, that's
the only thing about Randle I say, because his mid range, because his step back is lethal. I hate when he looks for it. Don't look for it. That has to be a counter move. Like if boom, like I did the drive right here. Mobley's still in front of me. I got this though. You know what I'm saying? But don't go after it because theoretically you're settling for a bad shot.
Horrible.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But Randall, like, he has the job. Like, he has to,
I just
sit
feel
down,
like
sit down, and watch Carmelo
like
Anthony
you
play
saying.
too.
I feel like he settles, and he doesn't have to. I don't think he realized how good he is just yet. Truthfully,
Same thing with me.
I really
don't think that kid. I don't think he understands how good he is. I don't.
This nigga is Devo 2.0, bro.
I don't think. I don't think his act. Like, don't get me wrong. He's all NBA. He's made it to all NBA team. I don't think it's clicked for him up here that no funny shit. Nobody can stop me. Cause and it has to start clicking for him at some point because he went to Milwaukee and he chewed up Giannis. He chewed him up. He chewed him up.
I respect it.
And it's like, bro, you didn't chew up no regular nigga. You chewed up 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP.
Facts,
one of the best 75 players to ever play this game.
Walk around. He's a walking buck.
And Julius Randle made him look pedestrian. It has to click for him that, bro, don't settle. Like, don't ever settle.
Stop with the settling, bro.
Don't ever settle. Because you have everything should come in rhythm for you.
And I feel like with him settling, he go, like, I'ma still say this. It's gonna be him and Kemba and RJ, of course, but the Knicks gonna go as far as he takes them. And if he's settling,
That's a fact.
if he's settling, bro,
Everybody else is settling.
it's quiet, right? It's
Everybody,
quiet.
that's you hit it right on the nose. This team, yes, is more talented than it was last year, but they still go as far as Randall take them. If Randall come out with a good ass game, the Knicks are gonna have the W.
He almost had a triple double in that Bucks game, if
Yes.
I'm not mistaken, right? Like,
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's that he has to, and again, he has to come up here. He has to understand how good he is, but also how much he means to his team, because he is their engine. He is their engine, regardless. It doesn't matter. All them guys playing, all them other 14 dudes are there, and they're talented and stuff, absolutely. But when he's giving it up,
right.
they want to give it up. You feel me? Like in the Cleveland game, even though they couldn't stop nobody, but I'll tip my cap to Randall because he had a block on Jared Allen that I was like, you know what? He's starting to get it.
Yeah.
Like he's starting to get it. Like he's starting to understand how important he is and how much his motor means to everybody else. Because he had that block. The problem was they just couldn't stop nobody, but he got that block and quickly he's coming down, shooting the threes, and quickly been a bum all season.
Ain't gonna lie,
And then he comes and figures he
he
had 12 points in the third quarter, three assists.
Think about it,
was
bro.
wild.
This nigga, like, I gotta compete with Kemba and D Rose. There's no time for me.
That's the thing about Emmanuel quickly that he shouldn't. That kid should never waver because yes, you are playing behind those guys, but you can't have two better guys to learn from.
That's very
like
true.
At the end of the day, and the thing is, he's not playing behind him. He's still getting his minutes. He's gonna still get his minutes because he's gonna run. Guess who he runs right beside? Derrick Rose.
D Rose for the lane. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing. Quickly, it's a confidence thing with Quickly, and Quickly once he starts understanding, like, oh, bro, I belong here, bro. Like, I'm nasty. I'm lethal. Like, you have the flow. The one thing I want him to start doing is, start attacking that basket. Start getting to that cup.
Because he's settling a little bit. A little bit.
Because he's trying to find that little shot. That's always going to be there. But let me see a little bit of mix-up. Get to the Baja. Boom. Get a layup in.
Yo.
Get an and one.
One last thing about the Knicks, bro. Yo, what's up with your man's Nerlens No Hands Noel? This...
I can't...
bro.
Yo, bro, I'm not going to lie. I can't... The problem is with him, I can't complain. The reason why I can't complain, bro, is because his hands are so lethal on defense. But the problem is, bro, he's literally like a cornerback, bro. You know how in football they say cornerbacks are just receivers that can't catch.
Right.
Noel's a corner. He's a corner. He would be Mitchell Robinson. He would be better than Mitchell Robinson if he could catch the ball.
In that Cleveland game, like 3 passes. And they got the top of the key.
You know what's funny? In the Buck game, he had a couple like passes that went through his hands. But the one pass that he caught was the alley-oop on Giannis, and I'm like, oh, but you catch that on one hand, leaning behind the backboard, but you catch that. It pisses me off, bro, but I can't complain, bro, because he's really effective on defense. He has great hands on defense, and I think that the Knicks the type of defensive team they want to be, they can't be that without him.
Yeah,
so
nice.
everybody plays their job. Everybody has to do their
Respect
job, and Noel. It drives me crazy because I want him to catch the damn ball.
Gotta play that Roscoe Dash song when he come out to the game.
But I gotta take the good with the bad, as everybody else has to, like, with their favorite teams and shit. So it is what it is. But
sure.
enough about this shit. We gonna come right back, and we gonna because this motherfucker want to talk some Celtics basketball, and I'm all for it.
Oof.
I'm all for it.
Hold on,
respectfully.
y'all. We'll be back.
Nah, go ahead now. We about to talk about this Celtic basketball. He was going off just before we press play, bro.
Listen, y'all. I need y'all to understand the difference between specialty versus utility. Jayson Tatum is a specialty. That means you give me the ball, you give me X, Y, and Z, give me my spots, I'm gonna get you buckets. Fine. Mm-hmm. I'm not utility. That don't mean I'm gonna create plays for this nigga. Alright, when he's hot, I'm gonna go. Like, no. And yeah, like with Boston, I feel like that's one of the biggest reasons that Boston right now, Boston right now is settling is losing, and they settling, bro. They look like a shell of the team we saw 2 years ago. A shell of it. And I'm like, yo, what has changed, really? What's changed, truthfully? They have the same, like, nucleus. They got a new coach this year. All right. But, like, at some point, I feel like the players, like, bro, like, you got to want this shit.
No lie. I just think that roster is running its course. And they paid Marcus Smart, but he's not it. They still missing a point guard. Like, I agree with you 110%. Jayson Tatum is not, he's not a playmaker. He is a straight scorer. He is the type of dude that if he's going to average, like I told you before we started, that's a kid that has to average 3.5 assists a game.
Right.
At tops. And the reason why he's getting those 3.5 assists is because he's getting double teamed. That's who he is. This is a kid that when he came out of Duke, he was compared to Paul Pierce and Carmelo Anthony. Listen, I promise you that Paul Pierce and Carmelo Anthony, their coaches never told them, okay, go make a play for somebody else.
I need you to create for JR.
They're not creators of offense. They are the offense. Jayson Tatum is that. Phoenix took that route with Devin Booker when they got Chris Paul. They're like, we know that you can pass the ball. We know that you're really good at it. Right. But why do I want you to worry about that? It's not helpful. When I could get you somebody that worries about that.
That is the greatest example. Devin Booker just went through that, and you dissected that last season on his points production. All that because he's trying to. Nah, bro, just go give me some.
At the end of the day, why am I gonna have you? Although I know that you can average 25 points and 7 assists a game, I know that you can do it. You showed it to me, and you did it for a course of a whole season. But why would I put that added weight on your shoulders when I can bring in somebody that can do that job?
You gotta score,
and then you could just score and then make the right basketball play. Because that's the difference. You want Jayson Tatum to make the correct basketball play. That's it. Because he's so good a scorer. You want him to just make the right play.
I'm gonna be real. Y'all compare him to Kobe. I'm gonna be real right now. Kobe was the greatest bad shot taker. You feel me?
Yes.
So, what you think Tatum? Like, I'm not saying he's gonna take bad shots, but like, nigga, I ain't looking for the best play, bro. I'm just trying to get the best shot.
Because the ball's in my hands, right. So I have to dictate what that looks like. I have to dictate what the offense looks like.
That's it.
You don't want, and the thing with Kobe, the best bad shot taker, absolutely, but the motherfucker can make them. But the thing is that he had players around him. Even you can say whatever you want about Derek Fisher, but he had them motherfuckers under control.
Yeah, that's true.
He brings them in. He does his job. This is just one less thing for Kobe to worry about. True. I don't got to worry about how to run this offense because the offense is the offense and we all know how to run it. Right. And I know my responsibility in this offense, and that's to score.
Know your role.
You know, Boston is 2 guys and then the rest of the pack. And the problem is that both their guys are score first players.
Right.
Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they both score first guys. They're both the offense, not the creators of offense.
Specialties.
Exactly. So it's tough to manage. It's kind of like Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. They are the offense. They're not creators of offense. As much as you see Brandon Ingram going for like 25, 5 and 6, 5 and 7 assists, You don't want Brandon Ingram to do that every night. That's not his job. He's a bucket. That guy's out there to get buckets. Right. And when I go to the lane and you brought me two, that's a dime.
Yeah, moving forward, we're going to talk about it. Specialty versus utility. Who is who?
And the thing is that now in the league that we play today, the NBA, the league wants all these guys to be specialties. No, it's like you can't ask certain dudes to just run with a bunch of responsibility. Because, listen, Luka Doncic can run an entire offense.
Yeah, he utility and specialty, I ain't gonna lie.
No,
right.
Dallas is not gonna go nowhere though.
Nah, no.
Dallas isn't showing anything.
Ain't helping him.
You know, exactly. So at some point, you're gonna want to bring in a dude that could relieve some pressure. Right. And although people think that like Luka doesn't really like playing off the ball, I bet you he will accommodate to the right person. But why am I gonna sit here and accommodate for freaking Jalen Brunson? Jalen Brunson's no scrub.
I'm gonna lie, he averaged 14 right now. Respect.
Nah, Jalen Brunson's no scrub. But by all means, I'm not gonna defer to him.
Yeah, that's
because that's a nigga that's gonna need me.
It's not happening.
Feel me? It's why you see Dallas every offseason wanting a point guard, whether if it was Kyle Lowry when he was on the market, whether if it was, do we make the play for Kemba Walker? Because you want to bring in a guy that can relieve some responsibility from the guy. Whether if it's bringing the ball up or, he could play a little bit more off ball, or at least that when I do make that pass to said person, I don't have to touch the ball again because he's going to make the right play. Yeah. It's a difference. 3 seconds. Oh, shit. Exactly. But right now he doesn't have none of those kind of guys.
That's true.
He has a bunch of people who are reliant on him.
That's true.
He's the new James Harden.
That's utility.
He's the new James Harden. He has a bunch of dudes around him that are relying on him. That's it. And Dallas is going to have to figure it out because Porzingis is not a guy that's going to get anything for himself. He's reliant too, and he makes too much money to be relying on another guy. Feel me? That's just what it is.
Niggas thought Porzingis was going to be elite.
I was one of those guys, but when you show me when you see his lack of character, and you see his lack of hunger and lack of tenacity, and the unwillingness to do what's best for the team, you end up here.
Listen, hold on, Knicks fans, Julius Randle, one more time. You niggas was comparing Porzingis, saying he like Dirk. Whoa. Don't play with that man Dirk name ever again. You feel me?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Dirk. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm sorry.
We was wildin'.
I said he was Dirk with defense. That's crazy.
We was wildin', Dirk. Sorry.
I'm so sorry, big dog.
But
that boy stink.
Say that to say, if you need to hit up Zebo, somebody you play, similar to, do that, bro. Do that.
It's all about. Now everybody wants to be a utility. That's hard to do.
It's hard.
And then also, why would you want yourself to have added pressure? Giannis is technically utility.
Right.
But I put quotation marks on it because he literally only passes out when the situation calls for it. When there's 3 guys in the paint and you're wide open in the corner,
I got you,
that's
Chris.
when I'm a pass.
Stay it, Chris.
But if there's a one-on-one matchup,
taking it.
And bro, I'm finishing this play. I'm gonna score and I'm gonna rebound and I'm gonna play defense and I'm gonna make the correct play. The players today have to understand there's a difference between being a creator and just making the right play.
Right.
One guy that, even though he gets his fair share of shit, but Karl Towns understands that really well. It's just that he never has the players around him to finish. Yeah. But if you watch him play, that's a kid that understands, I'm going to get the ball in the paint, you're going to send 2, I'm going to make the pass.
Right.
That's it. Joel Embiid is another one.
Yeah, that's true.
Joel Embiid knows, I'm going to get the ball, I'm going to make a move, you're going to bring in another guy, I'm going to make the pass. Because that's the right basketball play. Right. There's a difference between being a creator and having to make sure that the ball goes in a specific spot as compared to I'm gonna get the ball, I'm gonna play to my strength, and if they try to take that away from me, make the right play.
Hold on, B. I wanted to say one more thing. Like, a question for you.
Yeah.
And for those out there, what's the difference between a shot creator and a playmaker, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because people think that, just because of 2K, all these archetypes, y'all know, like, what's what in the court.
A shot creator is KD. A playmaker is LeBron.
Boom.
LeBron's not a shot creator because he can't create his own shot.
Right.
A shot creator, that's for me. That's my bag. I'm a shot creator. I could get it. I could get a look. That's handle. That's everything. So I could get the best look possible for myself. A playmaker, he's gonna get the best shot possible for the team. Whether if it me and that's why. But in this league today, there are more shot creators than playmakers. Bro, there's only about 4, 5, 6 guys tops in the league today that can generate the type of playmaking in which their team can still succeed. Braun.
Are you putting Luka in that category?
Yes. Braun,
Right.
Harden, Luka, Jokic, Giannis. Those are only guys in the league that them as individuals.
Yeah, I can't see no more.
Like, I can't really say KD because KD uses his shot creation prowess.
Facts.
Like he uses his shot creation prowess, which is different. And then I can't all the lower tiers you have your Paul Georges and stuff like that. Like your lesser tiers that can do it.
I get PG there.
But PG he's never shown that like I can be a one man band. The guys that I named are either used to be one man bands. LeBron James, he can't really be that no more because of his age. But guys, Giannis, Jokic, Doncic, those guys are all one man bands. Really. I mean, no slight to Middleton, no slight to Jrue Holiday, those boys. But Giannis, like his individual style of play, it generates offense. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. I could like James Harden. I generate offense, bro. Like I could do it. That's the difference. Like shot creation, you have like you have your KDs, you have your Zach LaVines, your Devin Bookers, guys who I like me individually. Ooh. I could get my shot. Like I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get my look, and it's gonna be a good look too.
So we placing Jayson Tatum in shot
creation.
Come on, y'all, and that's why the Celtics are struggling the way they're struggling. They don't have a point guard, and they're expecting this man to do playmaking shit when I'm a shot creator.
It might be time to turn around and trade Jaylen Brown for Damian Lillard.
Hey, I wouldn't be mad at that. That's not a stretch. My stretch was signing or trying to get John Wall, cause like he's a nigga that alright, cool. You need me to? I bet. Look what
Wall can orchestrate.
I made JaVale McGee almost look like an all-star. Like, come on.
Wall has always been the kind of point guard. I'm gonna put the ball where it needs to be. Never been afraid to call his own number.
Yes.
But the thing. Wall was never selfish.
Right.
Even when he was averaging 20 points, he was never selfish. Like he never called his number if it wasn't the right play.
Right.
Wall, I mean, obviously, bringing in that contract is ridiculous, but he can help Boston because he can orchestrate. Not like Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder, he's a bench player. Schroeder's a 6-man. I'm gonna come off the bench and give you a couple buckets and that's it.
Yo, what happened to your boy?
Schroeder stinks. He was never that good. It's just that he was playing on OKC. Hey, yo, you got nothing to lose playing that jersey, bro. You have nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose. And he was playing, and mind you, again, here's another thing. With Schroeder on Oklahoma City, when he was playing with Chris Paul and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And they used to run a lot of 3-guard sets. It would be him, Chris Paul, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And that was a lethal lineup for OKC. It was the best lineup in the NBA, actually, statistically. Right? And he was off ball. He was off ball. I don't have to worry about too much because these two motherfuckers about to hold me down. That's why I'm averaging 18 off this bench.
Right.
You going to Boston now? You have to be on ball and you gotta orchestrate.
And you gotta play D.
And you gotta play D. He not gonna play no defense, bro. And you gotta play D.
Nah, you right. Yo, you fumbled the bag, bro.
You know why he ain't have to worry about no defense on OKC, bro? Because all he gonna do is switch.
Facts. Yo.
Bro, they were running 3-guard lines. Right. We switching.
Yeah,
we switching. Either way, we switching, bro.
Nah,
that's
you got me crying, bro. That's true.
That's the only thing. So the Celtics bring him in and giving him added responsibility. Can't do that.
Nah.
You can't tell him, oh, we're gonna play you a lot of minutes, and we want you to do this, and that. No, he's a scorer. The problem is they got Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart is on the court for one reason: defense.
Only.
But you telling him, oh, I need you to create play. I need you to put the ball where that shit is not my responsibility, bro. I'm supposed to be 3-and-D.
Boston getting in that nigga head.
Yeah, and you see that, and you see like he said what he said, and it's like, bro, I understand you, but look at the rest of your team. Where's that ball going to? You can't drop and give me 20
at all.
Feel me? You only giving me 20 on a beastie night.
No,
on a night that you just feeling yourself.
No, you giving me 20 on a night with in the playoffs. You give me 20 because defenses are not fucking locking in on you. It's easy. Like, come on, bro.
And mind you, on the totem pole, where's Marcus Smart on Boston's offensive totem pole? He's not getting worried about, and he's still averaging less than 10 points a game. Right. So it's like, and you're getting paid a lot of money. So it's like, again, like I think I've said it on this podcast before. You're not whack because of your talent level. You're whack because of how much money you getting paid.
Right.
If Marcus Smart was making $8 million, he's nice.
Facts.
No, he's not. He's making $18-20 million. You're whack. Ben Simmons, if he was making $10 million, the nigga's nice.
Yo, Ben Simmons still ain't hooping, y'all.
But he making 30 mil.
Bang.
You not that good.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's the difference. At the end of the day, it's about how you pay. It's about the money you make in this league. You make a certain amount of money, you got to do certain amount of things. Right. Feel me?
Straight up.
And that's how it is. Boston right now has two guys that score the ball at will. Because now Jaylen Brown has this bag to him.
Yeah, he been working.
And they're both just lethal guys.
He been working.
Lethal. But you have nobody to sit there and tell them, yo, listen, this is where the ball got to go.
Hold on. You see the difference between summer videos. Summer videos, right? So you saw Ben Simmons' little summer workout. And then you saw Jaylen Brown shit. Niggas is playing King of the Hill. All my real hoopers know King of the Hill is no way to play that, bro. That shit gets serious at some point. That's the difference.
Because you know like bro, that's King of the Hill. That's what All-Star Weekend needs to implement.
Facts. Just one
King
time.
of the Hill. Cause that is the superior like challenge.
I can score
because at the end of the day, like yes, because you want to stop the other player, you want to score on the other player. Like right. Durant will win it every year, but that's neither here or there.
I ain't gonna lie, Giannis working on his jumper, bro. This shit looking a little.
I like my chances with Durant. Durant will be the heaviest favorite of all time. But that's like you know. You have guys like that playing on Boston. You have two guys like that, but just nobody to help orchestrate. Nobody there to be like, yo, the ball needs to be here. The ball needs to be there. And it doesn't even have to be no beastie ass point guard. Like when Melo was at the height of his powers in New York, when they won 54 games, it was a 40-year-old Jayson kid that was putting the ball where it needed to be.
I was a Knicks fan that 1 year. I was
like,
dead ass.
And like, so like, what I'm saying is like, bro, you don't have to go get Damian Lillard specifically, but all you got to do is bring in a guy that's like, yo, bro, if they were to have Jalen Brunson right now, they'll figure it out.
Low key, yeah.
They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. Literally. Why? Because Jalen Brunson's a dude. I'm gonna bring the ball up the court. I'm gonna put the ball where it needs to be.
Oh, here, Tatum.
And I'm gonna stay available in case that they need me to be there. That's the difference. It's being a floor general. Is like being a floor general today is a lost art.
Shit is so lost.
It's a lost art because you have all these guards that want to score, and yes, you have your guys that it's fun to watch and stuff like that. But boy, does this league miss a guy that.
But don't you blame? I'm not gonna say I blame them. I'm not gonna blame them. My fault. I don't want to say the word blame, but it goes into 10 years ago. The league was all these point guards are just scoring heavy. Dame Lillard, Kyrie, all these dudes were averaging 2 assists, 3 assists. You know what I mean? So it's like this is the next transformation into that. So first we had straight scoring point guards. Now we kind of losing that floor general aspect as well. You know what I mean?
Whereas now the point guards are essentially twos.
Right.
Because now everywhere you look, I find this so weird that it's just weird to me when I see a point guard average more rebounds than assists.
Yeah.
It's weird. So obviously we're focalizing. Fuck it, crash the board, bring the ball up, try to score.
Right. Nah, I ain't with that.
Like,
man.
and I'm just not. I don't like it. I feel like there still has to be. There has to be a balance. Like, you can't ask your point guard to do. Like, yeah, if he could score, yeah, sure. Because we had that before. Like, Darren Williams used to do that. Like, Darren Williams used to be just as good a scorer as he was a passer. Like,
Facts.
But it's very rare that you find a guy that can average, that could do that. That can average your 18 and still give you 10 assists.
That was a legendary time.
Yeah, it was. Like him and Chris Paul. Like, Chris Paul can give you 25 whenever his heart desires. But his number one thing was, I'm gonna make sure the ball is where it needs to be. Right. Whether if it's in my hands or in somebody else's hands. But I'm gonna get the best shot. That's like right. You see how you saying specialty and utility? Yeah. Like, Chris Paul wasn't even utility. Like, Chris Paul was just like he was a floor general.
Straight up.
A floor general, we don't have that no more. And the floor generals in today's game all come off the bench.
Ain't that some shit?
Rubio comes off the bench, he's a floor general. Rondo still come off the bench, he's a floor general. You know what I'm saying? These guys are your floor generals, like a guy like Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson on Memphis. Yeah, floor general.
He's my dude, though.
Yeah, Kyle Anderson, slow-mo, floor general. You know what I'm saying? He puts the ball where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? At all times, every time he touches the ball, it's because the next thing that's in my head is where the ball need to be so I can get 2 points.
Right.
And we don't have many players like that anymore. Everything is about moving fast.
The definition of point guard I feel like is officially changed.
It's changed.
I don't know what it is now. What people like
score.
You must be able to score.
Point guards have to shoot the basketball now. You have to shoot the three.
You gotta be chipped.
Yeah, you have to shoot the three. If you don't shoot the three, then you're probably not gonna start. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be able to collapse the defense.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, and the elite one, and you're not elite unless you can collapse the defense on your own. Like, yeah, because you can send a screen to anybody.
Yeah.
Like, but you're not the elite guard if you can't collapse the defense on your own. So, like, everything has to be about putting points up. Like, and even though, like, with floor generals, it was the same thing, but it was much more methodical back then, which is when it's much more simplistic now. Right. Now it's just send the screen, collapse the defense. If you have an open look from three, take it. Whereas back then, it was like, all right, I'm going to come up. I see you in the post. Boom. I'm going to send it there. We're going to move around. Boom, boom, boom. You gonna pass the ball back. Yeah, I'm gonna get the ball back here. Send the screen. Boom, boom. Now I either got the floor. I could give it back to you. This, that, and the third. It's methodical. But now it's like, all right, I'm gonna run the screen. I'm gonna have a head full of steam. If the big drops down, I can take my shot. If the big came up, I could get the layup.
You know what? You know what 1 4 flat is, bro?
Nah.
So that's what Gilbert Arenas be talking about in his pod. Like, he used to run 1 4 flat because it's pretty much an ISO for the point guard. You gotta have the power forward set the screen, you use the screen or you double the screen, do your thing, isolation. That's pretty much what it is, bro.
Yes. Especially for especially for the elite guys, like you have like your Damian Lillards and or your Steph Currys. Yeah, you're just gonna run that because at the end of the day, like your prowess is so great that, bro, you probably gonna beat your man on, especially if they switch.
Yeah.
Especially if they switch.
Dame normally does off the jump, but sometimes he do that little dribble fadeaway shit. I'm like, bro, you settling.
Yes. But that's because that motherfucker's accustomed to hero ball. He's accustomed to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all depends. Like, now, that's what it is. Like, your point guard, they gotta play like that now.
Yeah.
They gotta be superhuman now. Like John Morant has to be he has to take the next step.
Kyrie, Steph, Dame, if y'all look, y'all are some legendary point guards in the past 10 years. What you think these young cats gotta live up to? Ja Morant. These dudes have. I saw a post over the summer saying, "Do y'all think Ja Morant's third year is gonna be as good as Russell? I forgot the year Russell Westbrook was wild, and I forgot which year it was. Young Russell Westbrook, and then the other year with
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
With D Rose, MVP D Rose.
Yes. I know that because
That's a lot to live up to.
The year after Derrick Rose won MVP, Russell Westbrook exceeded his numbers.
That is a lot for a third year man. But when you put it in perspective, damn, these niggas doing that in third year. Holy shit, I got a tweak, man. I get it.
But I hate comparing.
OD.
Because not everybody gets it out the mud like that. Not everybody comes in. It's just like that.
OD.
You know what I'm saying? Like Derrick Rose came in, bro. That motherfucker was like that. Like Kyrie Irving. Yes, I could drop Kyrie. Like Kyrie could have been playing in the NBA.
Nigga played 11 games, bro. 16 games. 11 games.
He played 11.
And
he told Kobe that I only needed 11 games.
Facts.
I only needed 11 games to be here.
Talking hot in the Olympics, nigga.
I only needed 11.
Not Olympics.
Some guy,
US selection.
Yes. When he was on the selection team, all I needed was 11. That's it. Like, you don't find guys like that 9 times out of 10, bro. Like, Anthony Davis is one of the greatest prospects of all time. He didn't win Rookie of the Year.
John Wall too, yo. I ain't gonna lie.
But John Wall for a different reason.
Fuck Blake.
Because Blake was technically a rookie. To me, you get paid for your rookie season, you ain't played, you're not a rookie no more.
Ben Simmons too.
Same thing. That's Donovan Mitchell's. Rookie of the Year.
Grease from this.
Grease him. But if you were like, that's how it is. Like, some people come in and get it out the mud like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people can come in and like Kyrie Irving, bro. He looked like he could have been playing in the NBA at 16. That's how adept he was. You know what I'm saying? Like he was different. You know what I'm saying? He was different, and that's how it is. Like not a lot of guys like Ja. Now Ja has to live up to set expect. And listen, this is his third year, and he's wilding right now. He's wilding. So he probably could live up to it, but he's at the point. Like we're at the point in the NBA now where it's like this is what we command from our star guards. Yeah. You're not a star point guard if you can't do what Ja Morant doing.
Facts.
That's how it is.
Thanks, y'all.
And, and Boston, the whole moral of the story is that Boston is missing a guard who could just keep everything under control. They don't need a star. They don't need a star.
They need a utility guard.
They just need, bro, all you needed was Jalen Brunson.
That's it.
You just need Jalen Brunson. But with that said,
utility versus specialty.
Utility versus specialty. We're going to be right back.
We're about to talk about B's least favorite team in the East. You feel me? The Miami Heat, bro. They are steaming right now.
Nah, they going crazy. They going crazy in the spot. They playing really, really good. Shout out to Kyle Lowry though, cause
bro, it's working.
Shout out to Kyle Lowry. Nah, like when you bring in guys with pedigree, it's about production, but it's always gonna be about like how does it fit in? How does it mesh? We all knew Kyle Lowry would fit on Miami. Yeah. He's a dog. Right. All they got over there is dogs. All they got over there is just guys that want to play hard. Their coach, that's what he preaches.
Spo.
You know what I'm saying? And Lowry, again, I mentioned on this pod before that Kyle Lowry was a player that I wanted the Knicks to go get. Now I wasn't gonna pay him $90 million, but he's showing in Miami the intangibles. The reason why he's getting paid $90 million, but he's not gonna put up $90 million statistics. It's about his pedigree, what he's been through. He's won a championship, and he gave it up in that finals to win one. He wasn't riding no bench. He wasn't no like 6-man. No, I'm on the court guarding Steph.
Facts.
Game clinching night. I'm shooting 6 threes in the first quarter. Like,
give him credit.
Is a guy that deserves his flowers. And he's in Miami doing the same thing. It pushes. You could keep Tyler Hero on the bench because now I got competent guards. No slight to Dragic, but Dragic isn't Lowry.
I put it to you like this. To your point last season, this is exactly why Tyler Hero was talking the way he was talking. Cause he nigga like going Dragic was letting him. For me, Kyle Lowry not having that shit. I don't give a fuck what you did, bro. I'm excuse my language, y'all, but I don't care. You gonna do this, and this is what you do. That's it, Jimmy. You right?
Right. That's a thing. That's a thing is too. Like Tyler Hero, he's having a hot start to the year because the game is more simple. Right. He's gonna come off the bench. That bench unit is yours. Is yours. Like you're gonna come off the bench, and we want you to make the decisions. You know what I'm saying? We want you to make the decisions, and that's it. He's a scorer. The kid can score. So I'm going to put you in positions to score. Just make the right play if you don't got it. And he's done that.
Right.
You know, last year they tried to be creative with, starting him at point guard and all that. That's not who he is.
The benefits of pedigree. That's what we're going to call
Exactly. You bring in Kyle Lowry, and that's a motherfucker whose opinion means something. Feel me? His opinion means something.
Yeah, he's gonna listen.
Exactly. So, and listen, even a guy like Jimmy Butler should be listening to Kyle Lowry. Because Kyle Lowry been through it. He's playing in some big ass games.
To the T. Because remember, niggas wrote Kyle Lowry off when he was on Houston, I think, or Memphis.
He's like literally he's had like 2 careers.
Niggas wrote him off.
before he got to Toronto. And then after he got to Toronto, he literally had like 2 careers.
It was like, yo, he about to be out the league. That's a fact.
But, and he's guying it, and he plays hard. He plays with tenacity, and you have to respect it. If you're a young guy like Duncan Robinson or like Tyler Hero, you got to respect that. And if you're a guy like Jimmy Butler who does play hard, who does give it up, but that's a motherfucker that you can go to war with,
right?
Because he does the same thing you do.
My man, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I never really understood Kyle Lowry slander. Besides the fact that he fat, but at the end of the day, he played hard. Like he played hard. He always played hard, right. And it brought a smile to my face when he won a championship because he can finally shake off that narrative that he wasn't good.
True. 2 niggas, I'm like, nah, y'all deserve that. I ain't no hate in my heart for y'all niggas.
And Miami gonna be a tough out. I still I still worry about when the game in the playoff series when the game slows down for them because it's like they shoot great from 3 in the regular season, but when the game slows down, it's kind of hard to get those looks. And I think that last year, Milwaukee really showed a chink in their armor. You just let Butler make all the decisions. And even though he's kind of capable of making said decisions, but with those decisions, now you got to choose: do I settle for a shot I'm not good at taking?
That goes back to our specialty utility combo.
Specialty utility. You know what I'm saying? And again, I still do believe that if Miami still has hopes to win a championship, that's gonna depend on Bam Adebayo's development.
Facts.
If Bam can take his game to the next level in which he can knock down mid ranges, can even knock down an open 3. We're not even asking for the contested shits. We just need you to be able to knock it down if you're dead right there. Give me the corner shits. Give me the corners. And take your game to that next level. His blocks have come down. I haven't watched enough Miami Heat to determine whether if his blocks are down because he's being smarter, not trying to go get them. Like how I said with Rudy Gobert, Gobert doesn't try to go get them. He just comes in and defends and alters shots and stuff like that. So Bam is, I think I checked his stats earlier, and I think he was at half a block. And I'm like, that's strange. This is a guy that should be averaging closer to. Yeah. But I haven't watched enough Heat to know whether
just
it was
off the rotations.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just try to contest the shot and not go after the block because the block might give me the foul. You know what I'm saying? But Miami's a good ball club. They're full of dogs, but they still have some questions to answer. I'm not gonna sit there and say that Tyler Hero's gonna regress, but I need to see him continue doing this before I can sit there and say what, he's really gonna hold them down to the point where you kind of might not need Bam to become a 23-point scorer.
My last thing on the Miami thing is about the Tyler Hero thing. For my peoples out there, alright, so his usage rate went up from 22% to 25%. Cool, but with that being said, B is saying, if you have a dude like Kyle Lowry on your team, bro, it's simple. I just gotta go come in here, pick my spots, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, easy.
But sometimes you might even get exposed, you know what I'm saying, because you're getting more time. So that means, all right, cool. If my shots aren't hitting and I'm not that good on defense, Tyler, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain things are going to come out and make you look a little bit less. So your plus minus may be a little bit more down, shit like that. So with the usage rate, my bad, y'all. With the usage rate, you know what I'm saying, that's really what that's about. But I don't really think it tells you enough about what the player is contributing.
You see it his usage rate has gone up a little bit, right? But his assists has been kind of the same, and so is his rebounding. His scoring went up because he touches the ball more. He's touching the ball more, and he's coming off the bench where nobody's gonna tell him anything. He's their best offensive player off the bench.
Right.
And listen, I'm not saying it like to no slight, but right now he's on pace to be like Jordan Clarkson. Nobody tells nothing to Jordan Clarkson off that damn bench.
Back.
If he wants to chuck a 40 shots, he's gonna chuck a 40 shot.
You?
Same thing with Tyler. Like, I'm sure Spo gives him that green light, bro. If you have the shot, take it. That's a good enough role for him right now.
Right.
But now, like when you playing around those kind of dudes like Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, those guys, they don't care about your
I
personal
don't want
stats.
you to me hate right.
I don't care about your. I don't care about your little personal.
I should be
grind.
there with Trey Young and shut up.
Yeah, I like personally, not that I have a problem with his confidence. I just don't want him to say that because his responsibilities is different.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like the responsibilities is different. You want to say you up there with Trey Young and those boys, Luka Doncic, but you don't carry the same responsibilities.
Night in, night out.
And be happy that you don't, because that's look at what them niggas is going through.
Night in, night out.
It's not gold in Atlanta right now.
Hell no.
It's not golden in Dallas.
Atlanta got to figure some things out with this new foul change rule.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and people would immediately just put up the statistics, but it's the responsibility of these players. Like, Tyler Herro's responsibility for the Heat is I'm going to get buckets, bro. I'm going to get buckets. Everything else has nothing to do with me. If I grab a rebound, great. Yeah. If I make the pass, great. But me, bro, when I touch the rock, it's because I'm trying to
grab a rebound, great.
That's fine. That's fire. I get a steal where you just did some dumb shit because I can't stop nobody.
Thanks.
Feel me? But you know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit is on the back burner. That kid is there to score. But that's what Miami needs him to do. Miami needs him to carry that swag. They need him to be like that J.R. Smith type nigga. Like, bro, I'm rap. Feed me, bro. I could give you 30 right now. Like, I get you. That's what I want. But that's what I want Tyler Herro to be. Right now, like where he's at in his career right now, I need you to be that J.R. Smith. Come in and start busting your gun, bro. Start shooting. Shoot. Because that's what I need you to do. I need your confidence. Because the thing is with Duncan Robinson right now, Duncan Robinson not looking like how he was a couple years ago. Last year before that. He's shooting bad.
Defense, listen, once I got some time to scout you out.
Yes.
Nigga,
and the thing
and
here's the thing is that, yes, like how Jay likes to put it, he has gravity. There's a difference between having gravity like Steph and having gravity like you, like Duncan Robinson. All I gotta do is make sure you have I have a body on you, but you're not gonna put the ball on the floor. It's the same. Duncan Robinson and Steve Novak are the same dude.
At least Steve Novak could come off the ball a little bit.
The thing, he could come off the ball, but if he touches the ball and doesn't shoot, he's dead.
It's over.
He's dead.
Once the pump fake comes, it's over.
And once you still in front of him, and he kind of has to put the ball on the floor.
Oh yeah.
It's over.
Come here.
You're done. You feel me? You're done. It's over.
Yeah, it's a broken play.
You know what I'm saying? It's a broken play. And now Duncan Robinson's starting to see that. Now you have Miami Heat fans like, why is he taking like 15 shots in it? He's only good at one thing. He's only good at one thing.
I was going to develop.
They gave him $90 million to shoot a basketball. But I'll be telling you, don't pay shooters. You can find them anywhere.
You're right.
You can literally, to find a dude like Duncan Robinson, you can find them anywhere.
That's a fact, bro.
You can find them anywhere. You might not be able to find him shooting a 40% clip, but right now, he's shooting like 29% from three.
I think the new foul change got the whole league.
But everything's a little bit more physical. You feel me?
I like it.
And the thing is with him is that, bro, what he gonna do with physicality? He needs to be open.
He needs to have no hand checking. None of that. Like, you feel me?
You know, so, but that's the thing. But Miami, you know, that's why the Kyle Lowry thing is so big, because Miami, if Kyle Lowry wasn't there, Miami would be in trouble.
Yes.
He'll be in trouble.
Tyler Hill will be wilding.
Because Tyler Hill will be starting. Tyler Hill will be starting, gaining away all these other motherfuckers.
Trying to be utility.
And, you know, trying to be utility when he's a specialty. You feel me? Utility versus specialty. That's going to be the name of the episode. Utility versus specialty. Facts. That's what it's going to be. Like, it's just like it's all about responsibility. Miami brings in Kyle Lowry, and everybody takes a step down from their responsibilities. Right. Now, Jimmy Butler don't have to think like a utility all the time.
Thank God.
He
Jimmy,
could literally
I love you, but it's not you.
And he's capable, because he averaged like six rebounds, 6 assists. He's gonna play you the defense, but I don't need you doing that all the time. I need you to do it in spurts.
Jimmy be taking some
in
bonehead
moments,
shots.
and it's because that 3-point shot broke. So we gonna have to settle. That's the thing. So now you bring in Kyle Lowry, and Kyle Lowry gets everything situated. Right. I'm gonna make the right pass. I'm gonna settle us down when the shit started to look a little ugly. Don't worry, bro. I've been here, bro. I done faced Steph in the grandest stage in the mall, bro. I done been here before. I know what it's like when it get a little bit scary. I faced LeBron, bro. Like I've been through countless wars with Braun. I know what it's like when it gets scary.
Thanks.
Don't worry, bro. Don't worry. I'm here.
Been through the ringer.
He done been through the ringer, bro. So that's the same thing with Derrick Rose on the Knicks. Them niggas can't tell him nothing, because I've been through it. I didn't have to face LeBron and Wade and Chris Bosh.
I still watch those games to this
bro.
day.
I had to face them Celtics teams. I was while y'all was in middle school, I was facing Carmelo Anthony.
Bro, the nigga D Rose was
like
going against them.
Bro, really, bro, like while quickly and top ending on them dudes. While y'all dudes was sitting there rooting for the Knicks, I was sitting there facing Carmelo Anthony while he was on the Knicks, giving it up.
Young Jimmy Butler.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pedigree.
Yeah. When
you bring in people of pedigree, it changes the landscape of your team. Now Miami is a serious threat because their point guard has that pedigree. That pedigree that you need to continue, like to take that next step. Because Miami wasn't going to be able to take a next step off of talent alone. Nah. The next step had to come up here.
Right.
Feel me?
Right.
Like, it had to come up here. That's the next step. Is same thing, like Bam, it's got to come up here.
Right.
Because he has the talent.
All players.
Tyler Hero got to come up here because he has the talent.
Comes a point in your game. It comes a point in your time.
Exactly.
JT got the talent, nigga.
You got the talent. It comes up here, but with him is a little different. You know, coaching got him looking. I ain't
gonna lie, it's not JT. JT, let me stop.
Because to me, that's a coaching thing.
Boston,
but Miami has it. Like, the only way a team like Miami could get better is if you bring in guys of pedigree. You bring in.
That's what I was gonna say. Who of pedigree has come to Boston in the past 3-4 years? I think Kemba's not really pedigree yet.
I don't think Kyrie off the name, but I never viewed Kyrie as like pedigree.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, Kyrie's talented.
He's not changing a culture.
Yes,
I get you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's an immense talent, but nothing, like, he doesn't have pedigree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and yes, he's a champion and stuff, but his teams, like, the culture was never nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, his teams outside of playing with LeBron James and Kevin Durant never went anywhere. You know? So it's like, like, Lowry been through the mud. Like, Lowry had to sit there and buckle up had to strap it up with a couple dudes facing LeBron all them years and getting killed. Like, you know, getting killed and stuff like that, and him being written off, like you said, to come back and then, you know,
him off
to come back and then have that big finals against the Golden State Warriors. It all comes full circle. That you wear it on your jersey, bro. Right. Like, you literally wear that. That's something it's in their heart, like that kind of. And I don't think Kyrie, like, you know, a guy like Kyrie, like nothing was ever like worn on his heart, like just besides the fact that he was talented. So like when was the last time the Celtics got somebody of pedigree was Kevin Garnett.
Right.
It was Garnett. It was the only guy that had pedigree. No championship or none of that, but the nigga.
That is over 12. Over 12.
When
That's
they,
like
I mean,
13
when did they acquire? They acquired in what, like what,
07?
2008, 2007, something like that. So we're running over 10. You running over 10 years that they acquired somebody of like pedigree. And then the reason I'm saying Garnett over and not saying Ray Allen is because Garnett is better than Ray Allen.
Yeah.
And Garnett, if Garnett's not there, they don't win anything. Garnett was their best player.
That pick and roll all season.
And at the end of the day, even though Paul Pierce might have won that Finals MVP, Garnett was their best player. Garnett won Defensive Player of the Year for them.
Right.
Garnett was the heart and soul of that team. Like it's fuck Paul Pierce winning the Finals MVP. We all remember anything's possible. That's what we remember.
Facts.
Feel me? Because he's the heart and soul. He had the pedigree. Feel me?
Sure, yeah.
So it's all about that. Like now, Miami has a player that has that pedigree, that has a voice in the locker room that you could listen to, and it's coming full circle.
And with that being said, y'all, I respect Miami. Let's see if y'all can keep it up with y'all 7-2 right now, 7-1, something like that.
Yeah, sound like Nah, they lost the other night. I think they're like 7-2, 7-3, maybe. I think 7-2.
And
but they hot right now. Their defense is going crazy.
I don't what's the word I'm thinking of? So Miami's up top right now. The Knicks are down.
Yeah, they're probably middle of the pack.
Atlanta is falling out. Boston is falling out.
Oh, Philly's up top there too.
Philly,
he's up there. They're up top.
Chicago's
up top too.
This is what I wanted to say, y'all. All right, so it's two. If you see anybody on this YouTube or anywhere else talking about MVP shit right now, stop watching them. It is way too early for niggas to be talking about any type of MVP race. I don't care if Ja Morant's putting up 30 in his first 8. Stop.
Because he probably not going to win it.
Stop.
You know what I'm
DeMar
saying?
DeRozan, 20. Stop.
Probably not going to win it.
Let's
like,
come on, y'all.
Like, it's all about...
You're not even 15 games in. Chill out, y'all.
MVP talk is crazy right now. I'm not gonna lie, like, because to me it's all over the place. Like,
right.
You could the same way you can give it to John Morant, the same way somebody can turn around and just give it to Steph, or just give it to them. Like,
LaMelo,
you get LaMelo just because they fun to watch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Golden State 7-1, and Steph wilding. You know what I'm saying? But I always figure MVP is a narrative award. You need the season to go longer. Like, yes, Morant had a crazy 3-game stretch.
Yeah.
He's not winning MVP off that 3-game stretch.
Stop, right. Come on.
You know when you're going to win MVP? What you did your last 25 games. And we're going to look at your last 25 games if you had an elite go about it before that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what it is. I usually like to wait till at least after the All-Star break before I really get into MVP,
no talks from us
and to get my MVP. We can always predict. You know what I'm saying? That's fun,
right?
But
that's
you know what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that through a 9-game sample size that John Morant's gonna win MVP. Like it's just not enough of a sample size. There's just not a lot going on, bro. Like if Morant 4-4 and he's wilding, but Steph is 7-1. And he's wilding. At the end of the year, if it stays like that, Steph would win MVP. So it's like
popular belief.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about narrative and where your teams are at, stuff like that. That's why I like to wait.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's fun. At the same time, I feel like other sports media outlets have to find things to talk about. So that's why they do it. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that, but that's not to toot our own horns. You feel me?
Feel me?
You feel me? Cause we could just talk about anything.
Bro, let's take a quick break real quick.
That's a fact. Go for it.
Let's go with it. BTL, we be back, y'all.
Go for it. Yes,
right,
sir.
So there's something has to be said about consistency, about persistency, and resiliency, bro. Like, seriously, man. Like, those things are something that if you want to be successful, not only on the court, life, training, the bus, being a mailman, gotta be consistent. You gotta be resilient, and you gotta be persistent. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Keep going at it. And with that being said, we just want to give our Congratulations and respect to Doc Rivers for winning his 1,000th game.
Yeah, shout out to Doc. I'm not gonna lie, 1,000 wins is crazy. You're not my cup of tea, my man, but 1,000 wins is crazy. That means you got your locker rooms in order always, at least for the most part, to win a lot of games. 1,000 wins is really crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. 1,000 wins, and he's been in different areas too, which means that wherever he goes, like he gets the most out of his players, and that's the big thing.
1,000 wins as a coach, and no matter what, high school, college, it don't matter. 1,000 wins anywhere, that says something about you.
Yeah, it does. You know what I'm saying? Like he comes with his flaws and stuff, but can't take that away. You know, to win 1,000 games, that means you're doing something right. So that's a fact. Now, salute to Doc, though. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he could keep on. Hopefully he could keep on, because the Ben Simmons situation that's still hanging over their heads, and it looks like it's not gonna finish anytime soon. But he has his group in order, and he has them hooping. Yeah, he has them hooping. He has them playing hard, playing smart, and keeping the whole thing about basketball and not Ben Simmons anymore, which is a good thing. That's a fact.
Steering the ship, you have to.
That's a fact, again. But
yeah, man.
Fuck it. Well,
you got something to say, bro?
Not really. You know what I'm saying? We can end off with that nice little hat tip to Doc Rivers. This episode was fire though, I'm not gonna lie. It felt good. It felt good. Every one of them feel good, but this one felt like like smooth back in action and stuff. Back in our shit, it's a fact. But with that said, guys, we love y'all. Feel me?
Peace and love. Always.
Peace and love always. Subscribe to the channel. Share it to a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Cause we talk hoops. We talk everything. But we keep it hoops for y'all. We talk everything the whole night. We conversate about anything.
That's facts, yo.
So, holla at us.
Peace, love, stay bright.
Stay bright for me. Peace.